All that's left of Arlene is basically a few clouds and maybe a little bit of convection, but that's about it, folks. We're looking at now a remnant low, still inching its way to the south, but it's going to begin a more eastward path later on tonight, moving very slowly at about 6 miles per hour. Basically, what happened is we have a whole bunch of vertical shear as well as dry air in the atmosphere continuing to kind of just break apart this system. But you'll notice that we still have some moisture moving into south and even central Florida. That will continue our rain chances over the next couple of days. But when we look at really where we're going to see the biggest rainfall, it's going to be across South Florida, where they already have aerial flood watches in place for the next couple of days. High temperatures today, we managed to get up to the upper 80s this afternoon. We're talking about 88 degrees, just 2 degrees below the average for this time of year. So yeah, normal temperatures, but a little bit cooler just because of the rain that fell this afternoon. And it came down hard in spots, adding up pretty quickly. Almost 4 inches near the College Park area was right before 5 o'clock this evening. But when we look at this, the live radar tonight, a lot of that heavier rain kind of moving out of the area, an isolated cell just to the north of Orlando, right outside Deltona. Still on the move, but we're going to see improvement as we head into later on tonight. Temperatures will fall through the mid to lower 70s with rain chances really fading away by about 10 or 11 o'clock. So as we take you hour by hour, we start the clock at 7 and we go to about 9 or 8 o'clock. You'll notice there'll still be a few scattered showers around, but as we inch closer to about 11 o'clock tonight, maybe a little bit of light rain stretching from the Brevard County coast back into Osceola County. Maybe a few sprinkles around Orlando, but I think for the most part we're going to be clearing out and we'll be left with cloudy skies overnight. High temperatures tomorrow will range from the upper 70s to low 80s along the coastline to the mid to upper 80s inland. So yes, it's going to be a hot one tomorrow, not as much rain activity expected earlier in the afternoon to keep temperatures at bay. And when we look at the conditions along the coastline, we're looking at high to moderate rip current risk for you swimmers, so just be careful. We're also looking at coastal flood advisories in place through early Tuesday morning, especially during times of high tide. You could see some significant beach erosion and some flooding of those lower lying areas and water running all the way up to the dunes. But if you're on the water, it's going to be rather choppy. Tomorrow seas will average about 2 to 5 feet. There's already small craft advisories in place for Flagler County, and that will go through at least the next couple of days. So when we look here at the clouds and rain forecast, we start to see a few sprinkles on the map by about noon tomorrow, closer to about the 95 area. But as we head through the afternoon, I think that's when we're really going to see things start to bubble up a little bit more. Notice in and around Orlando, as well as Melbourne, and then back toward Marion and even northern Lake and Sumter County could have a few scattered showers or even an isolated thunderstorm that could produce some heavy rain through at least 5 or 6 o'clock before things start to wind down around sunset. We could still have a few showers that produce some heavy rain through about 8 and even 10 o'clock for Osceola County tomorrow night. Your overnight lows will range from the upper 60s to low 70s under cloudy skies. Then as we head through the day tomorrow, keep in mind we're going to heat up and we'll be mainly dry to start. We heat up quickly to the upper 80s inland, lower 80s near the coast with that 40% coverage of rain taking over by the afternoon. Now let's get you some results to show your pinpoint accurate 7-day forecast. As we head into Monday, high of 87 with a 30% coverage of rain. So notice your rain chances are going down to about 20%. For Tuesday and Wednesday, your high temperatures will rebound to 91 degrees. I'm meteorologist Samara Cokinos.